The other thing I was going to talk about was how I connect my hoses to my machines. And it's just a matter of hooking the pipe over. Dave here, how are you? I'm standing beside a dust line that is suspended from my ceiling in the middle of my workshop here. This line is just in case I need to put a larger piece of timber through any of my machines, larger than I normally would. So I can wheel my thicknesser out here, thickness planer that is. I can wheel the bandsaw out into the middle of the room here, plug this into the dust port, and I also have a 15 amp lead hanging off the end of it so that I can run any of the machines, and away I go. Now that's great for while I'm using the machine, but when I'm not using the machine, this is a bloody annoyance. So what I've done is I've put a couple of J-hooks up on the ceiling here. Now these are plastic ones that I've bought. You can make them out of plywood, of course, but I thought I'd just show you what I've been doing here. And it's just a matter of hooking the pipe over it. When you're putting your J-hooks up there, just be aware that when you've taken the weight off your dust line and it's sitting sideways, when you turn your dust extractor on, it's going to want to pull itself to the shortest length. So just be aware of that. So as I say, I have the hook here. Make sure you can reach it. I stand on tippy toes a little, but up she goes. And as I say, the next one, it's all out of the way. Now to prove a point, I'll turn my dusty on. Let's see how that goes. You watch this. See that? Pulling itself up a bit tighter. Beautiful. Make sure that everything misses your head. I have a compressed air line from the ceiling here. I know what height I am. I set it so I can walk under it. And also over here, it's out of the way. There we go. That's the first tip. Now the next thing I'm going to talk about are blast gates. Now I'll get this back down again. So that's pretty easy. How often have you had a blast gate that doesn't shut properly? You go to shut it, and it only goes to about there. And you keep on shoving it harder, and it's not doing anything. As a matter of fact, it's just making things worse, because all you're doing is you're compressing any dust that's got caught in this back section here. So I have a skewer, skewer for testing meat and all that kind of stuff, little circle on the end, and this cleans out the end of these beautifully. Now if you have a blast gate that you can take the gate all the way out of, great, do it. But if you don't, you need to just measure across the distance there and bend your skewer, and then you can put the skewer inside and feel around and get rid of anything that's clogging it. Now another good idea is turn on your dust extractor while you're doing it, because then anything that comes through is not just going to get moved around, it will actually get sucked down the line. Whoop, there you go. That's working a whole lot better than it was just before. The other thing I was going to talk about was how I connect my hoses to my machines. I don't want to clamp them on every time that I go to a machine. So I have these things. Now these rubber boots, see they're rubber, they're threaded inside. I'll show you. I don't know if you saw that very well. Anyway, they screw on to your airline. See that? And you may need to put a little bit of detergent in there the first time you do it. But look at that, that's screwed in. That is a treat. It slides onto any connection. And if you want it to stay there, if you feel there's going to be a little bit of pressure to pull it off, I use one of these clamps that have got a thumb screw on it. So I'll just bring it up close so you can see it there. Slide it over the unit. And then whatever I'm putting it on, couple of turns and she's locked. It's not going anywhere. Put this back up. Beautiful, misses me. So now we've had a look at what I do with the big hoses. I'm going to show you what I do on my 36 and my 27mm hoses to make life easier. I'm going to move the camera. So I've put this braided cable wrap over my 36mm hose and also the 27mm hose. It's the same size braided wrap. It's this size. And you have a look at the video I did on it, because it's well worthwhile doing. It expands up to whatever size you need. I got 5 meters of it, and I've done a 3 meter 27 millimeter hose, and I've done a 1 meter or 1.2 meter 36 millimeter hose with it. And I still had a little bit left over. I think I'm going to invest in some more of that. Keep on coming back. Don't forget to subscribe. Links in the description box below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.